at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. And if you've ever been to a conference, you know it's a special time. And if you were at last year's conference, you know that there's a lot of neat things happening, and this conference experience is expanding. So who better than to start this little video series? We're going to have a bunch of these diving into the stories behind the conference, not just the early bird rates, the number, all that stuff you always hear. Let's really talk about what's going on. So you can only start in one place, and you got to start with the conference chair. Steve Barandica, thanks for a couple of minutes.
Thanks for having me, Todd. We appreciate it.
Yeah, but hey, let's start with fun stuff. This summer was a bit of a transition for you. You headed over to Monroe Township High School in a new role. Tell me what's going on for you in athletic training and in high school athletics, all that good jazz.
Yeah, so I've had the opportunity to switch over from the clinical aspect to a little bit more of the admin. Previously, the athletic trainer at Westfield High School, and now as the athletic director at Monroe Township High School. So I think a neat circumstance for me, an opportunity to kind of move on up the chain, and also provide a different type of of look of what athletic trainers can do, and where athletic trainers can go, and really another opportunity to help progress the field just from a different type of seat.
What's been the biggest surprise in your short tenure so far?
Biggest surprise, I'd say just the fact that it's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of building, and relationships, which is something that I've learned to do as an athletic trainer. Not only in my position as athletic trainer, but also through my, through the work that I've had the opportunity to do with ATSNJ. I think it's prepared me well, and I'm definitely going to try to use everything I've learned to serve our members and in our community.
Community is such a big word here, and we have a special one inside the ATSNJ too, I think, and that's what a lot of people talk about. To you, why is the ATSNJ community so special? Why do you keep hanging around? You don't have to.
Well, I think it's special because of the fact that we all do it for the same reason, for the ability to create better situations for our student athletes, to advocate for them and their health and safety. I think that everyone who is a member in our in ATSNJ, kind of got into it for that reason. And as we kind of put in some time and get to do different things throughout the society, we kind of it's kind of hard to step away from that, and things evolve. Our field has evolved significantly.
Sure.
So we continue to kind of just move on with it, and no matter how many years we put in, we do our part to try to keep progressing things forward.
So inherent in the title of conference co-chair is that you've actually been to the conference a couple of times.
I have.
What makes this conference special? Why should folks come?
So I think, on a year-to-year basis, we tried again to provide more for our members. We've made a shift as to where we're having the conference. We saw that last year, the first time we came to Tropicana. We got an opportunity to hear, through the evaluations of our members, and, change a couple of things for this year. But obviously keep it in a destination that's, kind of provides a lot to our members. And then from the educational program standpoint, how can we push the envelope? How can we create more opportunities for our members to get their CEUs? Pick different types of presentations. This year, we get the opportunity to include 2 workshops as well, which is something that we see a lot in our regional and national conferences. We wanted to try to bring that over to our members at the ATSNJ as well, which is something we used to have in the past as well. We wanted to bring it back.
Tell us about the workshops.
Yeah, so the workshops, I know our main workshop is going to be a casting workshop, which is a pre-conference workshop, who's going to be hosted by Dr. Stavitz from King University. An opportunity, again, to have the opportunity to do something hands-on beforehand. And, if it's something, that is applicable for your setting, something that you can use, and again, to create a little bit better experiences for your student athletes, or better situations for your student athletes. And we also have, 2 other workshops which are going to run concurrently with some other courses. One that's going to be hosted by Dr. D'Amelio, and another one by Christopher Flores. Both of them, which are going to be fitness based. Again, an opportunity to give our members more tools in their toolbox, and better opportunities for them to serve their student athletes and populations.
So speakers, faculty, those folks who stand up behind the podium and whatnot, what's their common thread? What do you look for? What should folks deciding whether or not to come know about the people that they'll be hearing from?
Yeah, I would say that, we did our due diligence to make sure that, the speakers have, great information to present, information that maybe they don't get, all the time, information that's backed up by evidence, which is obviously something that, we look for in our field.
I'm
And
sure.
not only that, but also, individuals who have ties to ATSNJ. Some of our presenters come through our corporate sponsors, through companies that we work with as exhibitors. And then just a lot of our members, which have the experience and the knowledge to be able to present to our members.
That makes perfect sense. And you said another word in there, students, and I know how passionate you are about the student portion of the program and the next generation, not only as a concept, but where you've put your blood, sweat, and tears in so many ways. Why don't you talk about what goes on for them for a minute?
Yeah, so when it comes to the student program as well, we don't only look to give great presentations to our certified members, but also to the students. They're definitely the future. This year we have the opportunity again to have a roundtable, a panel discussion, which has been really successful in the recent years for the student portion of the conference. We also have some speakers talking about again, new topics that are important for them to kind of take on. We always open up the opportunity for them to integrate themselves with the certifieds as well, to reap the benefits of networking and relationship building. And something else that's really neat is the opportunity for us to bring back our abstract and poster presentations, give an opportunity to involve the students in research, which again is a common theme within our field. And give them an opportunity to show us what they got. We have a lot of great students in our state, and we definitely want to highlight them.
Wonderful. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good couple of days, but
I'm looking forward to it. We have worked really hard. Our conference committee has worked really hard to try to bring, a good program and conference to our members, and we hope to see everyone there.
amen. And before we go, we're going to put a little extra piece on the end of each and every one of these videos. We're going to drop a bit of an Easter egg. And if you keep track of these different words and phrases, kind of the theme of the conversation, there's going to be a chance that if you can tell them all, we're going to make Ken Cieslak, our current president, Kate Zimmerman, our treasurer, pony up some kind of cool prize for somebody just to say thanks for diving into all of this. How about community? That just seems like a really good word here in talking with Steve. So remember it. All right, Steve Barandica, thanks so much. Can't wait to see you in AC, and we're gonna have a great time.
Thank you for your time, Todd, and I'll see everyone in AC.